We've all seen it, right? That loud, in-your-face ego, the person who needs to be the center of attention, the loudest voice in the room. But what if I told you ego has a much sneakier disguise? Sometimes it dresses up as the good one. It's the person doing all the right things, saying all the right words, but for the wrong reason. To be seen, to be approved of, to build a brand of being righteous. It's a performance, and the stage can be anywhere at work, in our families, even in places of worship. This kind of ego doesn't seek truth, it seeks applause. And it's a trap many of us fall into without even realizing it. We start to believe that our image is more important than our reality. Jesus told a powerful story that cuts right through this performance. He talked about two men who went to pray. One was a very religious man, a pillar of the community. He stood right up front, where everyone could see him, and loudly listed all his good deeds. He was polished, confident, and clearly proud of his spiritual resume. He was performing goodness, making sure everyone knew he was on the right team. It was all about his image, his reputation. He wasn't really talking to God, he was talking to his audience. The hidden motive wasn't connection, it was confirmation of his own superiority. But then there was the other guy, a tax collector. In that society, these guys were hated, seen as traitors and thieves. He couldn't even bring himself to stand at the front. He stayed in the back, in the shadows, so ashamed he couldn't even look up. He just quietly said, "God, have mercy on me, a sinner." He wasn't performing. He wasn't trying to impress anyone. He was just being brutally honest about who he was and where he was at. No pretense, no image to protect, just raw, painful, vulnerable honesty. He knew he was broken, and he wasn't afraid to admit it. That's a terrifying place to be, but it's also the only place where true change can begin. So, who did Jesus say went home right with God? It wasn't the performer. It was the honest one. The man who thought he was flawless walked away just as he came trapped inside his perfect image, heavy with the armor of his own pride. But the man who admitted he was a wreck, he walked out lighter. He stepped into the sunlight with a sense of relief. He wasn't magically fixed, but something had shifted. It was free. This is the great paradox. Pretending to be perfect keeps you stuck, but admitting your flaws is the first step toward healing them. Humility isn't about humiliating yourself. It's about being real. It's the doorway to becoming who you were meant to be. So where in your life are you performing instead of just being honest? Thanks for watching.